Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're the place where we cut through the noise, unpack fascinating sources, and really pull out the knowledge nuggets you need to stay truly well-informed. Today, we're diving headfirst into something, well, genuinely exciting in the world of skincare innovation. We're talking about a brand new approach that could, fundamentally change how products feel and perform on your skin. Okay, let's unpack this. Our source for this deep dive is a very recent patent application. It's pretty intriguing. It describes its unique composition, designed specifically for skin, promising not just functional benefits for common skin concerns, but also this incredibly pleasant and, well, novel sensory experience. So our mission today is to take this technical document, it's US 225021345A1, filed by Cow USA Inc. That was back on November 5, 2024, and it just published July 3, 2025. We want to extract the groundbreaking innovation for you.
Right, and Cow USA Inc., part of the larger Cow Corporation based in Japan, they're a huge player. Brands like Biore, Jergens, Curel, they have a massive footprint in skincare and hair care globally. So when they file something like this, it's significant.
Absolutely. Gives you a sense of the scale we're talking about.
Yeah, and what's fascinating here isn't just the potential product itself, although that's interesting too. It's what this patent reveals about, the future direction of skincare tech. It's like a window into where major players like Cow are putting their R&D money. They're not just tweaking old formulas. They're investing in entirely new ways of thinking about skincare, redefining not just what our skin needs, but how we actually experience putting stuff on it.
That's such a crucial point. Because let's be honest, we've all dealt with common skin issues, right? The patent kicks off by laying out these widespread challenges it wants to tackle. We're talking everything from acne, eczema, psoriasis to, blemishes, redness, dryness, flaking, wrinkles, and just the general look of aging skin. These are ongoing battles for so many people. But it's more than just, does it work? The document really zeroes in on the downsides of current treatments, that sticky feeling some products leave. Or greasiness, or that tight, dry feeling that makes your skin feel kind of stretched, or even irritation. You use something hoping to feel better, but the product itself feels not great.
Exactly. It's like, okay, this might work eventually, but putting it on is unpleasant. This patent seems to tackle that directly. How do we get the results and actually enjoy the process?
Right.
That brings us to the core idea, this composition for application to a surface of skin. But it's not just another cream or serum. The patent describes something they call a baffling effect or a fluffy texture.
Baffling effect. Okay, that sounds intriguing.
It does, doesn't it? And if we connect this to the bigger picture, it suggests a totally new way the product interacts with your skin. It almost like transforms on contact. This unique texture is designed to create an incredibly smooth, even surface. And importantly, without that hollowing effect that sometimes happens after exfoliation, making skin look less, plump or healthy.
So how does it do that? What's the mechanism?
Well, the mechanism behind it is quite ingenious, actually. Instead of relying solely on chemicals to dissolve dead skin cells, the patent explains that specific cellulose particles in the mix are designed to actively clump together. They coagulate, is the term they use, right there on your skin.
Coagulate, like on purpose.
Exactly, on purpose. Imagine these tiny invisible fibers. As you massage the product in, they link up and form a continuous sort of film-like structure. And the structure then effectively and gently helps lift away dead skin cells and surface gunk. So it's not just sitting there passively, it's dynamically engaging with your skin. It's a physical action.
Wow.
It's really a fundamental rethink of how exfoliation can work, making it more, interactive and maybe even pleasant.
That dynamic interaction sounds incredibly promising. And very different. You mentioned specific cellulose particles. So how do they get this baffling effect? What are the actual key ingredients? This is where it gets really interesting, right?
It really does. And the patent is remarkably specific about the components and how they work together.
Right.
The whole thing hinges on a very precise combination of two different types of cellulose.
Okay.
Cellulose is basically plant fiber, but here they're using it in a super engineered way. First, there's what they call the first cellulose. This makes up the bulk of the product, like often more than half, maybe 60, 70% even. Its main characteristic is a very low bulk density, which is just a technical way of saying it's extremely light and fluffy. Think powdered sugar almost.
Right.
And it also has specific particle sizes. Some are bigger, but others are incredibly fine, down to, just a few microns, really tiny. this seems to give it that initial fluffy feel and provide the main structure.
Okay, so that's the fluffy part. What's the second one?
The second cellulose, this is used in a much smaller amount, usually less than 10%, maybe even just a few percent.
Right.
But it's different because it has a significantly higher bulk density.
So it's denser.
It's denser than the first type, yeah, even though it's still cellulose. And its particle size is also in a specific range, maybe a bit coarser than the finest bits of the first one. They even mention a specific example in the patent, Vitacellulose CS180G, which tells you this isn't just any old cellulose, it's a specific engineered material. Shows how deep they went to find the exact right stuff.
So you've got fluffy and dense cellulose working together.
Exactly. And what's absolutely critical for that baffling effect is the precise ratio between these two. The patent lays out ranges, saying you need anywhere from 2 to 10 times more of the first fluffy cellulose compared to the second denser cellulose.
Wow, quite a range, but specific.
Yeah, they give narrower preferred ranges too, like maybe 4.1 to 6.1. But that balance, that precise ratio, is what unlocks the magic, that unique physical change on the skin. It's not just tossing cellulose in, it's using specific types in a very deliberate, almost choreographed way.
It really sounds like a finely tuned orchestra, like you said. Each cellulose type playing its part, and the proportion dictates everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so that covers the texture and the physical action. What about the actual skincare ingredients, the actives?
Good question. Because alongside this physical mechanism, there's a chemical one too. The composition includes an alpha-hydroxy acid, an AHA.
Ah, okay, like glycolic or lactic acid. Stuff we know.
Exactly. Many people will recognize those. They're well known for gently dissolving the bonds holding dead skin cells together. Here, the patent includes the AHA in a pretty decent concentration, typically between 4.5% and 12% by weight.
So this is potent.
It seems potent, yeah. So you're getting those established chemical exfoliation benefits, but they're delivered within this totally novel physical matrix that feels good. It's a real dual-action approach. The physical coagulation of the cellulose working hand in hand with the chemical action of the AHA.
That is a fascinating combination. This innovative texture delivering powerful actives. Given how specific that core formula sounds, does the patent suggest you can add other things? Or is it pretty locked down?
No, actually, the patent is quite open about allowing a wide range of other ingredients, which is good news for formulators. It means lots of flexibility to create different product versions.
Okay.
So beyond those core cellulose and AHA components, they mention you can add things like dispersants, to keep everything mixed well, thickening agents, gelling agents to fine-tune that final texture, and naturally humectants and moisturizers are mentioned to make sure the skin stays hydrated. You could potentially see anti-aging agents added or anti-inflammatories to soothe. Preservatives, of course.
Standard stuff, yeah.
Standard, but important. Plus things like prebiotics for the skin microbiome, emollients for softness, even perfumes, coloring agents, fragrances. They've considered the whole package, not just the primary function, but the entire user experience. Smell, feel, everything.
Wow, okay. That really does cover the whole spectrum. So
Right.
You've got this potentially revolutionary composition. How do they say you should actually use it? What's the application process like for this unique product?
The patent describes a pretty straightforward application, seems designed for easy consumer use. You'd apply it directly to your skin, probably from a tube or a jar, standard packaging. The suggested frequency is 2 to 3 times per week, which sounds about right for an exfoliating or treatment product, doesn't it?
Yeah, typical.
But here's the key part, the bit that unlocks that baffling effect and gets you that smooth, plump finish, the application duration. You need to rub or massage it into the skin for a specific amount of time, 3 to 5 minutes.
3 to 5 minutes. Okay, that's longer than just slapping on a cream.
It is. It's not a quick smear and go. It's an intentional interaction. That extended massage time is apparently crucial for those cellulose particles to do their thing to coagulate, form that film, and effectively lift away the dead cells and impurities. It suggests a more, mindful or maybe even ritualistic approach to applying this particular product. You have to invest a little time to get the unique benefit.
Interesting. So what does this all mean for you, our listener?
Yeah.
This isn't just, us geeking out over a patent document. It really could have significant implications for your everyday skincare routine down the line.
Right.
We're talking about something that aims to tackle those persistent issues, dryness, rough texture, whatever it might be, but also completely rethinks the experience. It's not just applying a product. It's this potentially transformative feel, this texture that also delivers results without the usual downsides.
It's dual focus, right? On the results
and an incredibly pleasing user experience, that fluffy texture, the smooth finish afterwards. It really points towards a future where skincare isn't just a task you have to do. It could be a genuinely enjoyable, effective part of your day. It speaks to that growing desire for products that feel as good as they work. Maybe you'd actually look forward to that 3 to 5 minute massage. What stands out to you about this unique approach, combining exfoliation with such a novel sensory element? Well, to wrap it up, what we've unpacked today from this Cow USA Inc. patent is, I think, a genuinely innovative concept. It describes a skin composition that uses a very specific high-percentage blend of two distinct cellulose types, each with its own physical properties working alongside an alpha-hydroxy acid. This precise mix creates what they term the baffling effect, essentially, this physical interaction where the cellulose clumps on the skin, forms a film, and helps remove dead cells effectively. The payoff, a smoother, potentially plumper skin surface, hopefully without that stickiness or greasiness you sometimes get. It's really about how it works and how it feels. And this raises an important question.
Indeed, it does. Thinking about this baffling effect and how much importance they place on the sensory side and the material interaction, the way it physically changes on your skin, it really makes you wonder, how might innovations like this, focusing on physical transformation and feel, start to show up in other areas of personal care, beyond just skincare? Could you apply this idea of engineered physical interaction to, say, hair products, maybe creating a totally new kind of volume or texture? Or what about oral care? A completely different cleansing sensation. It's a fascinating thought, isn't it? How one deep dive into a patent can spark ideas about the future of so many everyday products.